This is now my 5th attempt of trying to do the voiceover for this video, so hopefully this will be my last attempt. You just saw me clear off the envelope and take all the bits out of it, and we are going to start working on my A to Z challenge page for 2026. Again, sounds so weird saying 2026 because 2025 seems to have come and nearly gone so fast. So here I am just putting in the pen lines for the chart that I've penciled in. It's a nice soft orange. Let me just get to the page that I'm working on so I can see it. So here we've got like a nice soft orange that we're putting down. This video was originally an hour long, but we've sped it up so it's down to a 23-minute video rather than an hour-long one. So hopefully that's a little bit more easier for people to watch rather than an hour-long video. I'm just moving some pieces of paper from the back page there to do with what's going on the next page when I've set it up. Haven't quite set it up on this video yet. We've just done the bingo page, which I think you see like a little peek of whilst we're sorting out this setup. The bingo page should already be up. If this one's up, then the bingo page is up. This page hasn't changed much. The bingo page did. You'll see that when I do my final flip through of the journal when it's all set up and finished. I have a few more bits that I need to get printed out. But other than that, the journal's pretty much nearly done. Still working on these lines. They're probably not perfect. They look okay. It's just coming in and going over those pencil lines, which we do erase because they show through this pen. On some of the other pages they don't show through. Like they didn't show through on pages, so I didn't bother to erase them. We seem to be done with putting the lines in now, so we've popped those pieces of paper back and we're coming in and we're erasing the pencil lines just to make it look a bit nicer. You can see them quite a fair bit through the pen, but as we erase them you get to see that really nice orange colour. Getting rid of those eraser crumbs, dust. I did end up getting a phone call halfway through working on this. So you will see my phone at some point as I put it over onto the side so that I can hands-free have my call and also work on the page. Because I wasn't aware that I could pause OBS recordings whilst I was working on them. I didn't find this out until a later date. I have a previous channel that I've made content on, but I still class myself as quite new, especially to recording videos. Now here I come in with the pet tape, which I'm probably fighting with off camera. It's been mentioned a few times that pet tapes are my nemesis. I struggle to get them to separate from each other. So that's what we're doing off camera, I believe. We should be coming in at some point with a wall, a pet tape that has like a wall design on it with some foliage. And then there I am with it. I just popped it onto screen, and then I'm off again because I'm struggling to get the back off. Does anybody else struggle with washi tapes? Well, not washi tapes, with pet tapes, and getting them to separate from each other? Because I sure as heck do. And if you've got, I've asked in a previous video, but if you've got any tips or tricks on trying to separate these buggers, then they're much appreciated. Leave them in the comment section. Here I am, just adding it down. It's got some masking tape on the end there that was used to like stick the roll down. I'm just going to trim that off. Here I am trimming off that edge to make it nice and neat. And I guess when I trimmed it off, it still had some of the masking tape, and I've managed to get that up. And I'm just neatening it up a bit more. And I believe I'm off camera fighting with another piece of tape. Yep, here we come with our lavender field. It's a really nice, pretty tape. I think I've used it a couple of times throughout my journal. I think I might have some still left over, but I'm not sure. We're just putting that down. I'm off screen again. I think this time I'm taking the back off of a piece of washi tape. No, I was taking the back off of a sticker. The little green dragon. There I am, just setting my phone to the side. Now I'm taking the back off of that washi tape. The washi tapes I find a little bit easier. They separate a bit more. Simpler. Just making sure I've gotten this washi tape down nicely. Now I'm sticking down the A to Z list sticker. This is another one from Thumbelina Prints. Like you can see it on the sticker sheet. Just sticking down the title. And now we're messing around, fiddling with some mushrooms. I think I try and lift that sticker sheet up because I realised I want the mushrooms behind it really, but it's, I think, stuck on there and I didn't want to risk ripping it. But if I'm looking at the page now, and it seems that I either did that in the video or came back later on and fixed that up so that the mushrooms were behind it. I think I was looking to see if I wanted to put an extra mushroom there, but I couldn't find one small enough. So I'm just going to stick with these 3. I think I'm taking backs off, yep. Just making sure that they all line up the way I want them to. I do like how these mushrooms turn out on this page. They look really vibrant. And again, I think in the video or off camera, I've managed to lift them and the A to Z sheet and get them behind it. So I don't know if I do that on this video or if I did it off camera. Just taking the back off of that other mushroom and sticking that down. I'm really trying to stick with the fantasy theme throughout. I think the next video in this would be the Year of Goober 2025, and that kind of evades my fantasy theme, but I still feel like it looks nice. But you'll see that in the next video. I'm now picking dragons to go on this page. I'm probably taking the backing off one. There we go. Coming in, sticking this dragon in. And I didn't like the way I put that down, so I've just lifted it back up gently and stuck it back in. It does cover up the letter A a little bit, but I didn't want to try and lift these pet tape stickers up because they're a little bit more fragile than the paper stickers are. I'm off screen right now, probably fighting to get a dragon off the back because I know I put another dragon here. I do, however, put the dragon over the A to Z book stack, and I've covered up some of the sparkles around the edges with the plastic tape, and I couldn't figure out how to get them to be uncovered. But actually now I realise I probably could have gone in with my craft knife and lifted that up a bit, but it's fine, it's not a big deal. I think I'm going around now with this orange pen that I used on the side to colour in the sparkles that are around. And then I think, yep, here I am with a blue pen to colour in that title header with this blue, which now I realise it's the only, well, it's not the only blue on the page because there's some blue in that forest background. So there's that. I think after I fill in this title page, I will be going back over to the other side. Because I need to stamp in my letter stamps. I think I'm doing a little bit of cleaning up. I am getting my trusty pinecone coloured ink pad, and we are starting to ink in the letters of the alphabet. It's really simple. I managed really well not to get too much of the stamp edge inked as well, which I really struggle with. Half the time I end up stamping them and they have like all the edge of the stamp there as well. But it's not too bad. We're coming close to get that M down, and then after this M I make a mistake. I put an O down, which was meant to be an N, and then I come in and try and fix it. Thinking, oh, I can fix that, and I stamp a P over it, which is again the wrong letter, and I've realised that, as you can see with my angry claws. So I'm now off screen again, and I'm using some dot grid paper from my old reading journal, which I honestly destroyed that thing. All of the empty pages I've kind of torn out and used as tip-ins for the front page where the year is. I added some flaps in there. You'll see when I do the end of the full flip through. I'm going to make a video of a full flip through once I've finished posting up all of the finished pages. We'll do a flip through because, like I said, I've made alterations, added things in. But right now I'm off camera and I've cut out a square of dot grid paper and I'm covering that mistake up very easily. It's not a big deal. However, I do come in here with the wrong orange, that's the wrong orange, to outline that, like to try and blend in that box. Didn't go very well because I used the wrong orange, but it's fine, it's not a big deal. And then I'm going to come in with the right stamp. Stamp in the letter N. And then carry on our way through the alphabet. I don't think we make any more mistakes with that. Nearly done with the alphabet now. And I'm slowly realizing that I've got more columns than I do letters, because I'm nearing the end of the alphabet here. Knows I am, because it's throwing me off. It's throwing me off, and I'm thinking I've missed letters. So I'm trying to figure out what I've done wrong. And I've realised I've just made too many columns, so I'm probably off screen trimming out some grid paper from an old bullet journal to cover that little mistake. Yep, I've coming over with the piece of paper and we're just gonna trim it down. That's what we're doing. We're trying to make sure that we get it the right shape. Which, ironically, I trimmed this down. And I believe the first time I've not trimmed it enough. I'm still trying to work out how much to cut off. There I am cutting the piece of paper. This is the second piece. And then I'm gonna glue that down. This is a different glue stick and it's quite uncooperative. I think it was very cold in my room that day and the glue stick was just not wanting to do its job. I just set that aside. And I'm gonna come back in with some washi tape. I think I was changing my show or loading up the next episode of my show because I was watching some true crime whilst I do my journal page. Off screen I think I'm looking for some tape. Or did I? Yep, there I am. I was going to say, or did I put the tape in later on? So here I am. I'm off camera again, cutting the piece of tape, I think. Working out where I want to put it. Just trimming that off now, I think. I'm taking the backing off. This is another plastic tape, so I'm having to fight with it. There we go. Coming back in. Now that I'm looking at this again, I'm thinking of putting a second piece of tape in just to hide that piece of paper a little bit better, because I feel like it's a different shade of, or maybe it's just me. But yeah, I think that is pretty much this page done. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. Leave a comment, have a chat with me. And thank you for watching. Bye!